All right, quick video, Maximus analysis here for October 22nd, and you see they're coming to test the 200-day moving average, and we had some good earnings movement so far for Amazon and Google, which we'll go over. So you see they're testing the 200-day moving average here. Weekly, they need to show a little bit more volume. You can see that decreasing volume right there coming into this band of resistance. You also have the NQ, which is going to be moving very well because of those two names doing so well, and it's continuing to look a lot better than everything else. Looking at the weekly time frame, you can see again you still have the decline in volume, but a lot better pattern, a lot less choppiness as well. So that one's looking good. You got the YM. That one is in a band of resistance, and you can see the declining volume. I want to make sure you guys can see that down here on the weekly time frame, but on the daily time frame, you can see that they're coming to test that 200-day moving average again. So they're way above, layered on top of the 50%, and then just ripped back to the upside. IWM is probably the one that looks the weakest out of the bunch. It still had that engulfing pattern that it just stayed within the range yesterday. So a break of the lows of about 113.65 would continue some type of selling, and they could go down on the IWM. You have the major names that were really looking good today. You have the Googles of the world, and again, it's still earnings, but they got all the way up to 750. So let's kind of put that into perspective here. Unless they rip it back down, 750 is off the chart. It's right here. So you can see how much they gapped that up, and if it stays, again in Amazon, let's look at the intraday chart as well. Whoa, well, I don't know what's going on, but again, you can see these long wicks. I don't know if they're just bad prints because it's after hours, but they've gone all the way up to 630, and we'll see how much they hold. So if we look at the daily chart, we can see 630 is up here. So they threw that one in the air as well. So that's what's making things move. You got Tesla still in a small, like, it's still, I mean, it's oversold, but the trend is still down. You have a price line that's due for some type of pullback, but it's just been one, two, I mean, look at how many bars this is. It's only 1, 2, 3. So it's coming at previous resistance, but again, this would be no reason to short, in my opinion, because I would just look for something else, like maybe a lower high to short, if you even want to do that. But I wouldn't even do that, because again, you look at the higher time frame, the weekly, you can see that they're just, again, the volume is kind of giving you a shooting star at previous levels. So again, if you're going to short, your stop would be basically above that 1400 if that's what you were looking to do. You had crude actually continues to look like it's going to head down. You can see from the weekly time frame that, again, if it doesn't giddy up in a minute, it could break down. But you can see we're right in this band of buying that we had before. So again, they stopped at this 40. Basically, I had levels of 46.12 and 44.44. Now they got all the way down to this level of 44.90, but you can see the low right here is around that 44 level. So you can see that again, if they break that cleanly, they have nothing to stop them to going, to 30, 37. That's pretty much it. I don't want to, over complicate things. You can see this flag here that's potentially setting up, and you just got to be careful because it's oversold, but that doesn't mean it's going to stop. So again, you want a clear break of this little support level. And let me clean this up a little bit. Right here, you can see that they basically has some support level around here. So that's that little flag setting up, but the volume is decreasing. But if you see a breakdown, that's what we would kind of be looking for. So we'll see how this one plays out. Again, you had the big boys earnings, and they're still holding. So that's what's pushing things up, and Google looks like it doesn't want to stop. So we'll continue to see how this one plays out and see where they open in the morning. This one looks crazy, actually. So put things in perspective, we're talking about it being here. Let's put all this chart here. There's a lot of chart. It's going to be right here. So congrats on those who played the earnings, and speak to you tomorrow. Take care.